heading back to Rhodes after a lovely couple of months in Santorini. A lovely boat, a beautiful boat, and a lovely view, ladies and gentlemen. Quite windy, however. It's very windy, so let's find a spot where we can do this. So you don't have to read subtitles for the entire thing. It's just amazing. It's amazing, ladies and gentlemen. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Santorini was phenomenal. I loved it. I loved it to death. And now I'm heading back to Rhodes for another month and a half. Then to Athens. Then getting ready to go back to Australia just in time for Christmas. Gotta go home for Christmas. And I've just had an absolute ball. It's been sensational. Now, tonight's topic is going to be less is more. People are watching me, so I think, what the fuck's this guy doing? They always do this. Less is more, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a true believer in that. I'm a true believer. Let me sit back down. I'm gonna chair more this way, so there's not wind going through the mic. Don't know how good this is going to be, but here's hoping. Now, ladies and gentlemen, hold on, get a better view. Let's go back to where I was. I had a nice view going. I'm winging it. Too bad there's nothing you can see around. Hey, just the clear ocean flying. Ladies and gentlemen, less is more. I want to go inside. You've seen what it's like out there. Let's go inside. Can't really see much. Anyway. Hold on. You can get lost in this place. There's an exclusive right now. This is the first for the podcast. is actually one of the smallest boats. This is the most tiniest one I've been on actually. They get a lot bigger than this. So basically I'm just going to find a really good spot where I can do this podcast. Just got to find a good spot. Massive place. This boat is humongous. Alrighty, China still. Oh, this is where I'm sitting. Maybe I can do the podcast here. A lot of people that can't find anything but oh yeah, Parecio. It's beautiful. I think I'm gonna go get one of those donuts. They look really nice. So that was a slight tour of the boat. I only showed you half of it, to be honest. There's 3 more levels above. But we're not going to do all 3 levels because I don't have the time, but I'm pretty tired. I just slept deprived. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back out here. Perfect. Perfect. I think I can do it here. Away from the water, away from a lot of the wind and the sound. So ladies and gentlemen, less is more. You know, I was in Santorini for a couple of months. I went to a supermarket there, the only supermarket in Santorini. A lot of people were saying, oh, it's only one supermarket, that's all they got. If you want to get something, you know, from some place else that you're at, how are you going to get down to that supermarket? It's the only one. That's ridiculous that that's all they got. I just want to repeat, just like a broken record, an ignorant broken record. But what they don't realize is that and I went into it several times, that one supermarket, chockers, it's packed, you can't move. They make more money from that one supermarket in the island of Santorini. They make more money than 20 or 30 of them combined all throughout a fucking town, all throughout a fucking state, all throughout a city. They make a fuckload of money. Most of them are empty any place else you can go. So that's a class example of less is more. I'll give you another example of less is more. Another example is you don't see a friend very often. A lot of people complain that, you know, I don't get to see this person, you know, or that person. Don't get to see her, don't get to see him. You know, once a blue moon I get to see them, it's bullshit. Well, you can spend time with someone once a blue moon and get along a million times better than you would with someone that you pretty much see every single day, or 3 or 4 times a day, or every single weekend. You'll get along better with the person you see once a blue moon, once every 3 or 4 months. You will get along so much better with that person on that night, seeing them, than you would with anybody else you see on a regular basis. That's another example of less is more. Fucking magic just went by. Here in freaking Greece. I'll give you one more example, then I'll be on my merry way, because I saw some mad donuts at the canteen. I'm gonna go have those donuts. They're very lovely. Oh, you gotta treat yourself. Donuts with Nutella in them. You can't say no. I'll give you one more example. I know these podcasts are very quick, but I just can't be fucked. Not when I'm in Greece. When I get back Christmas time, in the new year, I'll do a whole set of podcasts. But not while I'm in Greece. I'll give you one more example, and then I'll be off. Another example being buying a house. You get a lot of people that buy their first home, and they spend 500-600 grand to either buy it or to build it. Then you get somebody else that will buy a very small unit, could even be 1 bedroom, very small studio apartment, and they're going to pay just not even a fraction of the fucking cost of what somebody else would pay. Not even a fraction. 1/4, not even that. They might spend 120 G's on a studio apartment, and someone else is going to spend 600,000 plus. Now, less is more, meaning that person will be paying off that home for the next 30 to 40 years. Hell, his kids will be paying it off. His kids, when they grow up, will still be paying off that house. But that other person who bought their place for 120 G's, it's a really nice place. That's another topic I'm going to do on the podcast. Simple is better. That's a really good topic. And the person who buys that simple studio apartment, 120 G's, they would have paid it off within the first year and a half tops. They won't be working 30 to 40 years to pay it off. And if they do, their kids will take that reign over. Less is more. Ladies and gentlemen, when you think, and there's a lot of other examples I could give, but I won't. Not today. Less is more. Use that in your everyday work. Use it in your everyday lifestyle. Use it in your everyday thinking. Less is more. And if you can do that, you'll be a lot smarter, and you will be at peace a lot easier. You're not going to stress over horse shit. I don't stress over horse shit, because I live by that motto each and every day. Hell, I live by a lot of mottos, and I'll get into all of them down the track as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Johnny K, heading back to Rhodes, spending another 6 weeks in Rhodes, and then going back to Athens, preparing to come back to Australia, come back to Melbourne. And I'm sorry I didn't record Rhodes earlier, because I've been in Rhodes for a while. Came to Santorini, now back to Rhodes I'm going. I hadn't recorded Rhodes yet. I still haven't, but I'm going to now. I'm going to now for the first time. People have wanted to see Rhodes, and I'm going to give them Rhodes. I've given them everything else. They haven't seen, I'll tell you, Rhodes, they haven't seen Rhodes. And Rhodes is the best freaking place in Greece. In my opinion, it is the best freaking place in Greece. It is absolutely sensational. It really is. It is the best fucking place in Greece. And I will cover Rhodes in a podcast on another edition in the future. I will cover it. I'm telling you, if you're going to go to any place in Greece, make sure it is Rhodes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave you to it. This has been Johnny K. Peace out.